So we started with a Nhyira Premium CA Success Framework, providing us with a 5-step framework that we must follow if we want to pass the CA examination. And in the part one that was on Monday, I think so, we spoke about the 4 key things and then our stream ended. So we are getting into the last one there for us to know about. So just a quick recap. We mentioned that the framework starts with a mindset. It is important you understand and avoid any last minute strategies because it's not going to work. You cannot wait 3 days to the exam, a week to the exam, and take a leave and think you're going to pass the exam. That attitude, that strategy will cause you to ultimately fail the examination. Number 2, you want to stop the excuses because the excuses of, oh, I don't have time, I am busy, my wife, my husband, my children, my boss, my work, and all that. Nobody cares about your excuses. So you have to get rid of the excuses if you want to do this in record time. And certainly, number 3, you want to make sure you are taking responsibility for your decisions and on this journey that you are on. Now, to be able to have the right mindset, it means you need to discipline yourself. Discipline is the key thing that you need to understand, and that is what distinguishes the success from the unsuccessful, the rich from the wealthy from everyone else at the end of the day. You need to be able to discipline yourself, and to provide you with the discipline that you need, definitely you require the right mentorship. And so that is what shapes your mindset to put you in the position to go into the exam hall, write the exam with confidence, and most importantly, pass the examination. Then we said the second step in the framework is knowing about the syllabus. And so it is important you understand the structure of the syllabus, the scope of the syllabus, and then the content of the syllabus, what you are expected to know about before you head into the exam hall. Then the third thing is the exam. So once we have the right mindset, we understand the scope of the syllabus, then we need to go into the exam. Now, in the exam, we want to understand the structure of the examination. We want to know the verbs and the questions that the examiner is going to be asking us, and then we also want to know what are the expectations of the examiners. So if I'm writing financial reporting, what is the examiner expecting from me? If I'm writing public sector accounting and finance, what is the examiner expecting from me? If I'm writing whatever it is that I'm writing, management accounting, financial management, audit and assurance, strategic case study, what is the examiner expecting from me? We need to know about that. But in order to excel in the exam hall, there are 3 more things that we need to be mindful of, and that is to be able to work with speed and accuracy in the exam hall, because as always, the time is not going to be enough for us to work within the time given for the 3 hours. And so working with speed and accuracy is going to be very important for us to go into the exam hall and pass the examination. Not only that, we need to be able to control our emotions as well in the exam hall, because that is the only way we can excel. And certainly English language, because the examination, it's an English paper. And so at the end of the day, you have to know how to express yourself, how to write out your answers generally, your tenses and all that. That is all captured around the examination. And we mentioned that you can only work with speed and accuracy in the exam hall, control your emotions, work on your English language and your grammar if you come to the 4th step, which is studying. And so in studying, you want to identify your peak time. And we mentioned that your peak time is the time where you are of your best self, right? Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, you are in alignment, all right? So you cannot close from work and you are tired and now you are opening book to study. No, it's not going to happen that way. You cannot be thinking about the bills and pick a book and say you're going to learn and it will stick. Nothing is going to stick. So you need to know your peak time. Then number 2, you need to have a steady plan. Okay, you cannot get up and say, oh, today I have financial reporting. Then you pick the financial reporting book. Then you ask yourself, what am I studying? So you need a steady plan. And we're going to be going into that in a moment, because I'm going to walk you through how you can prepare a steady plan. So it helps you to make sure you walk through the syllabus and put you in the position to pass the examination. And then suddenly you want to make sure you are attending lectures and you are participating fully in the class, because that is what will help you to be able to know what you are expected to know about in the syllabus as well as in the examination. So you want to make sure you attend the lectures and participate fully in the lectures, because that's how you position yourself to ultimately pass the examination. Then, in order to talk about studying, it is important you know your learning style. There are various ways that people learn. Some people learn using the repetitive strategy. What does that mean? It means before they can have something, they can remember something, they have to study it over and over again. Some people use the reading and writing strategy, meaning that they will read a thing, write it out over and over again. Some people use the read loud read loud strategy, which means they read, then they repeat it aloud. That's how they're able to have it stick. Some people study in groups. In other words, if they are studying with another person, then they're able to remember what they are studying pretty well. And so it is important you know your study style or your learning style, because that is what can position you to ultimately understand what you need to know about. But the most important thing is you got to be consistent. You cannot just get up and say that, oh, I'm going to study, but you never study. You got to be consistent. Sometimes maybe 30 minutes or 45 minutes. You don't need a long time, but you have to be consistent. You need to be studying. So consistency beats everything at the end of the day, and then you need to work on your memory. One of the things you must understand is this. My brain coach, Jim Quick, would say that information plus emotion equals long-term memory. So if you want to really have long-term memory about something, you want to attach emotions to it, because that's how you are able to remember a lot of the things that happens in your life. Many of the things that you remember, it's because of the emotion that you felt, you had. So for instance, maybe you were involved in an accident, or there was a fire outbreak, or there was something, and you can narrate it verbatim, word by word, frame by frame, and you can talk about everything. You can remember everything if you are calm. Why? Because of the emotion that you had and what you feel about the event. And so if you want to study, you want to remember the things that you are studying, you want to attach emotion to the thing that you are studying. So you cannot be studying just abstract. You cannot just see this as, oh, management accounting or accounting standards. There are a lot of things here. How can I remember all of these? You must mix that with emotions. And I'm going to be providing you with some blueprints as we proceed in the discussion. And that is what we mean by studying. So in the 5-step framework, you need to have your mindset right. You must know the syllabus. You must understand the structure of the examination. Then you must study. Then the 5th thing in the framework is what I refer to as the goal. Number 1, why do you want to, become a chartered accountant? Why you? Okay, why now? Okay, why do you want to become a chartered accountant now? And then, when do you want to finish this? When do you want to finish this? I've met a lot of students who tell me that, Nhyira, I should have done this thing long time ago, but I wasn't able to do it. Why? Because, something else came in and it derailed them a little bit. And so now they are like, there's a lot of pressure. Maybe earlier they were not married. Now they are married with children, or maybe they were not having much work at their disposal, but now they have a lot of work at their disposal because they are a C-level executive or something like that. And so there's a lot of pressure on them. My question to you is this: what is your goal? Why do you want to become a chartered accountant? Why now? Why now? Is there something pushing you to be able to become a chartered accountant right now? And when do you want to become a chartered accountant? I mentioned this in the first session that you can become a chartered accountant now under the structure of the ICAG syllabus in a year. If you are starting from, say, level 2, in a year you should be done in 1 year. Even if you are starting from level 1, let's give you grace. Within 2 years, you should become a chartered accountant. Is it difficult? No. Is it possible? Hell yes, it is possible. So what is your goal? Why do you want to do this? And when do you want to finish? So in order to work on your goal and bring that image clearer, there are 3 things I want you to be mindful of as you work on your goal and talk about that. The first thing that I want you to think about is this, that you cannot take forever to do this. Okay? You cannot take forever to do this. You can't take forever. You must give yourself a deadline that, hey, I'm going to finish this in the next 1 year. And you are willing to go the extra mile. You see, dreams are free. Okay? There is that song. You've heard it. Oh, dream as big as the ocean. Yeah, you can dream. But the dream is not going to be achieved. So you can sit there and say, oh, I want to finish this in the next 1 year. I want to become a chartered accountant. In the next 2 years, I want to become chartered accountant. But can you work for it? Can you discipline yourself? Can you get a right mentorship? Will you be a student to be able to do what it is that you have to do? Because there are many people who have dreams, who have aspirations, who will tell you, I want to do this thing. But you look at their attitude, their reactions, their behavior, the way they carry themselves, and you realize that they are doing opposite of what they said their dreams are. You cannot take forever. I say this all the time. Yes, I've heard people, they are like, oh, I've been on this journey for 10 years, over 10 years. Now I'm a chartered accountant. Glory be to God. Yeah. Glory be to God. We can praise God for that. But that doesn't excite me. What excites me is somebody who comes and within a year, boom, they are gone. Somebody comes in less than 2 years, boom, they are gone. Because success is not measured in the achievement. Success is measured in time. So if somebody takes a year to do something that you took 10 years to do, that person is more successful, more experienced, less emotional pressure, less money, less disgrace, less shame, less trauma than you are. And so you want to do this in record time. You cannot take forever. What does that mean? It means that you cannot waste time. Okay? Do not waste any time. You cannot waste time. Again, what is the goal? I know you want to become a chartered accountant. When do you want to become a chartered accountant? Nhyira, as early as possible. Okay, then you cannot waste time. So every moment of your day, every moment of your life, until you achieve the goal, you have to be asking yourself, what I am doing right now, is it taking me to my dream? What I am doing right now, is it taking me to my goal? Because you cannot waste time. And this tied up to the first thing about your mindset, having discipline. To your mindset, avoiding excuses. Because sometimes people are like, oh, I'm going to learn tomorrow. Oh, I'm going to learn next week. Oh, there is this new movie. I got to watch the new movie. Oh, there is this new program. I have to watch the program. You cannot waste time. It's not possible for you to waste time because that is not the right thing you have to do at this point of your life. Because again, you cannot take 10 years to be on this journey. It's not right. You cannot do this 5 years. It's not right. You can do it in a year. You can do it heck in 2 years. That's the maximum you should take. Is it possible? Yeah. Is it doable? Yeah. But it requires some high level of discipline, focus, mentorship, sacrifices to be able to get there. But you have to do it because you cannot waste time. And the last thing I want you to be thinking about in terms of your goal is that this is your future. Okay? This is your future. You know how your life is going to turn out if you ultimately finish this. You know. That's why you are doing it. Some of you want to become consultants, right? So you want this certification. Some of you want promotion, so you want this certification. Some of you want to become managing partners for the various accounting or audit firms that you are working for. And you need this. So your future depends on it. When do you want it? There is no future anywhere. There is no tomorrow anywhere. Because when tomorrow comes, it is called today. So what you have is today. And this is the Nhyira Premium's 5-step framework for CA success. If you get your mindset right, you stop giving yourself excuses, you avoid the last-minute strategies, and you take full responsibility for your life and discipline yourself through mentorship and make sure that you understand the structure of the syllabus pretty well. Put yourself in the position that you familiarize yourself, put yourself in a simulation so you have an understanding of the examination, and make the time necessary to study with the right strategy, with the right mentorship, attending lectures, having a study plan, discipline yourself. Then your goal can be achieved. So my question back to you is this. When do you want to become a chartered accountant? Why do you want to become a chartered accountant? You cannot take forever for this thing. Again, I am not here to tell you it's okay. No, it's not good. It's not good. Don't let anybody deceive you. Oh, the ICA exam there, you have to keep writing. You have to keep writing. One day, by the grace of God, you will become a chartered accountant. That is absolute foolishness. This thing is not like you just keep writing. No, you must adopt a strategy and do it in a record time. Because success is not measured in the achievement. Success is measured in time. And you don't have time to waste. Your promotion is on the line. Your future is on the line. Some of you have literally suspended some parts of your life, all because you have to become a chartered accountant first. Some of you have suspended marriage, childbirth, traveling, doing other projects, doing other assignments, taking on other responsibilities. Why? Because you have to be a chartered accountant before. Why the heck should you put your life on hold for that long for something? If you're putting your life on hold, it should be 1 year. Or at most 2 years, you are done with this thing, then you can enjoy life. You cannot take 10 years to do ICA. You cannot take 10 years to do ACCA. You cannot take 10 years to do SEMA. Why would you want to do that? And so if you want to succeed, pass the examination in record time, do this and do it well, this is the Nhyira Premium CA Success Framework. If you can follow this blueprint and discipline yourself, you can pass the examination. Because 99.9% of the time, you know why you are failing the exam. You know. You're not studying. You're not disciplining yourself. You are not involving yourself in the program that you're doing. But you cannot take responsibility. You keep blaming people. Oh, ICA is difficult. Oh, the question is loaded. Oh, look at the structure of the question. Oh, the time is small. Oh, Nobody cares about your excuses. It hurts to hear such things, but that is the reality at the end of the day. For now, have the right mindset. Know the syllabus. Understand the examination. Make time to study. And know this is your life. Have a goal and do this in record time. If you can do that, I can guarantee you, you will put yourself in the position and most importantly, pass the examination.